next show we're going to be talking about is a show I actually watched. Woo! Eromanga Sensei.
See, you actually watched, and I never finished.
All right. This show is very, very different. Like, there's a term in this show that they mentioned, and I don't know. Like, it's a perfect term. Like, it's a perfect term if you understand this genre of anime. If you don't, then it's just a weird term. And they call it Erocute, which is like pervy cute.
Ah, okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, and if you're into like those types of shows, which I've seen the show that a few characters from there's a few cameos from some characters that show up in the show, and I've watched the 2 seasons of the other show, which is Ore. My sister can't be this cute. I can't remember the short name, but and when they showed up, I freaked out. I was like, ah! But so this show is a pervy cute show. It's an edo cute show. And it's one of those shows where the main character likes his sister, and they're not related by blood, so technically there's nothing wrong with it. But they keep saying brother and sister and brother and sister, and they confess to each other and stuff like that. So I'm like, I feel weird about this show. Like, yeah, if they took the relationship out, I would be 100% on board. Like, yeah, whatever. It's like,
I don't know. I think I had an problem with it only because of their quote unquote the neighbor. God, she annoyed the hell out of me. She was annoying. Anyways,
yeah. So as far as the neighbor goes, I liked her until somebody called her a tsundere, and then she started being all bashful. She's like, "Oh, it's not like that," and like being like,
"That's like no." It's exactly like that. That's exactly how you are.
Yeah, and it's she was a better tsundere character before somebody called her that, because after that, then she started repeating the cliche lines, started acting out the cliche scenarios and stuff like that. So up until then, I really liked that character, but then after that, she went from my favorite to like she's just another character in the show, and I actually liked the other characters better. So basically, the premise of the show is that the guy, this girl in the picture's brother, is like a manga. He's a writer, and she ends up being his artist. Drawer.
Yeah, his artist.
Yeah, and they basically publish a bunch of light novels and mangas together. Their history is actually way more intertwined, as you find out later on in the series, which made that relationship really cool. Other than the brother and sister thing, I think if they weren't related weirdly like that, I think it would be a really cool romance, because there are a lot of parts where like jealousy would show up, and like he'd be like, no, it's not like that. And then like he would actually confess things like, he's like, well, do you like her? And he's like, well, yeah, because of this one situation that happened. But he's like, but I like you more. And then he would like explain things away. And I'm like, that's really, really cool for them to like just express their feelings and be 100% honest. Yeah. So I love characters like that. Just like with Kobayashi Maid Dragon. That's why I loved Miss Kobayashi, because she would just say everything that's on her mind. She would honestly think about something and then just express everything. And I love characters that are like that. So I love this guy from this, the main guy in this show. As far as like the neighbor girl, like I explained, she was a good tsundere before, but then she became cliche. There are a lot of other side characters. They basically tried to make another Kuroneko from the other show and put her into this show, and she was cool. She wasn't like one of my favorites because I don't know. She didn't get as emotional as Kuroneko did in the other show, so I couldn't like latch onto her as much. And so she kind of seemed like a watered down version of that character. And there was like a couple of like running gags that would all like, as soon as somebody would explain this strange situation to her, and then she'd be like, no, and he's like, oh, but he's gonna be here, and she's like, oh, okay, I'll do it. And I'm like,
well, see, there was a character like that in Dungeon though too. one of the females, one of the swordsmen, or the twins, were constantly hanging around the boss, the one who was. She had like this thing for him. She would absolutely hate something or to do something, and then the boss would be like, "Hey, could you do that for me?" "Oh, absolutely, yes. Oh, yes, sure." And everyone just kind of looks at her like, "Really? Really?"
So yeah, so that's like an average trait. Like it's not something bad. It's just average. And like I feel like my favorite character, Neko.
I think that kind of just depends upon how it's portrayed.
Yeah. So
it can be a good thing, and it can lead to like just character development, but also making a nice little jab in the story or whatever. But sometimes they just don't do it well. They don't accomplish that.
Yeah, I feel like for this show, she was like that trait was average. Like it could have been something else that like just got to be like Kuroneko does. It's like it wasn't even her show, but as soon as Kuroneko walked down the screen, I was like, "Oh, hey girl, where's you been?" So
like an old friend saying hi.
Yeah. So it's I'd say if this they get really raunchy in this show, like not stereotypical anime, or it's like raunchy, weird, like this girl in the image is a perv. Like like they push limits really weird. But I've seen shows that push it farther. But like for her to be as cute as she is, they push her character like as far as the cuteness will let it before it starts getting weird. And it probably got weird for like a lot of people, but.
Well, I mean, they had, if anything, from what I've watched, like they had that one scene where they kind of halfway showed her changing, and you're just like, can we not do that? Can we just carry on without? I don't really need to watch this. Yeah. What's going on here? It wasn't bad. I've obviously seen worse, but at the same time, you're just like, I'm not 100% sure how I feel about that.
Yeah, it's like she's such an adorable character. It's like I don't want to see her in this light. But they don't make it to where I'm like, no, how dare you do that to the character? It's like come on, guys, like please stop. Like what is the neighbor doing? Can we go see what the neighbor's doing? Because I don't want to watch it.
It's just shy of being bad.
Yeah, and so I really like the show. If they come out with a second season, I'll definitely watch it. Like I love how both of them have a goal and they're like just shooting for that one goal. And you have some of the other characters who show up who are rivals. Like basically everybody's rivals, but it ends up still being kind of a harem. So it is a harem, like 100%. So I like the main two characters are in love with the main guy, and even the side characters are in love with him too. So it's definitely 100% a harem. But I like how it's a harem based on shooting for your goals rather than a harem where it's like the guy's like, would y'all leave me alone? And then all the crazy stuff that happens to him is because of the love polygon. It's not because of what happens with him shooting for his goals. So I like how it's not focused on the harem, but I don't know. I
wish they hadn't gone in that direction.
Well, no, it's one of the things where it's like this is like a certain genre where it's like if this was my first, like if I hadn't seen the other show that I really like, and I saw this one first, it would kind of turn me off of this like subgenre because she's such an adorable character. Like whenever she gets like embarrassed or like he says something like super sweet to her and she's like, she can't handle it. She's like, why would you say something like that? And I'm like, oh my God, she's so cute. And then she'll turn around and like draw somebody in their underwear. I'm like, okay. So it's one of the things where it's like, it pushed me off away from the series more if I would have seen this first instead of seeing a show that didn't push the raunch as much as this show did.
Yeah.
So now that I've kind of been like warmed into it, whenever I see another show like this, I'm like, okay, I'm going to hold other shows to the standard of this, whereas like the character has to be as cute and they can't push it as far. If they go out of that range, then I'm probably not going to like the show.
Yeah.
So just like I would say, the single father and taking care of a little kid, the gold standard is Usagi Drop.
Mm-hmm.
Gold standard for this genre is this one. Your character has to be as cute as this, and you can't push it farther than this show goes, or else you're off the chart. So
Yep, I agree. I'm still waiting for another show that comes up to Usagi drop standard. I really am.
that's all I have for this one. If you're into the edo cute or perfect cute kind of shows like this, or if you like My Sister Can't Be This Cute, this pushes the raunch a little far. This character is cuter. I think you might like it, but if you're not into that genre, just pass on it because it's definitely not for you.
I'm torn. I like it because again, it's Dungeon. Why can I not? How would I not like it? It's Dungeon. I love Dungeon. Dungeon's awesome, but I don't know if the season was really worth. Right? This is a full-blown like anime. There's like details in the world. There are things going on, and